We're on Baba Batra Parak Bet Mishnah Aleph. First Mishnah in the second chapter of Masechet Baba Batra. Now, we learned in the last parak, in the last chapter, a certain kind of hezek, a damage called hezek re'iyah. Hezek re'iyah is damage caused to a neighbor. Let's dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. So we learned a certain kind of hezek. We'll call it, let's write it down. Hezek re'iyah. Hezek re'iyah is damage a person caused to his neighbor by seeing him. Just by my ability to see you, it takes away your ability to have privacy. So therefore, I have the right to coerce you, to make you pay for a wall between us, because I have the right to my privacy. We're going to see more about Hezek re'iyah in the future, but now we're going to talk about limitations that the halacha, that the Mishnah places on one neighbor so that he doesn't damage another neighbor. So it says the Mishnah, Lo yachbor adam bor samuch lebaro shel chavero. Okay, I can't dig a pit next to my friend's pit. Let's say he dug a pit next to his at the border of his property. We'll see how close he has to do it. Okay, so I can't dig a pit next to his pit. Velo siach. A siach is a trench. Velo me'ara. I want to dig a cave. I want to dig a basement. Basically, I want to dig a basement, or velo amat maim, or a water trough. Right? A water. I don't know what the word is. Whatever. Amat maim, a water pathway. I want to dig a water trench so that the water will pass through for my irrigation. An irrigation ditch. That's what it is. Velo nivrechet kofsin. Kofsin are launderers. Nivrechet, like a brecha. In Hebrew, the word pool is brecha. So a pool for the washers, because I guess what they would do, if you ever see it like on YouTube, they have these videos of these like guys who build things with their bare hands. So you dig a pit, you line it with, you dig a hole, and that's what they would do their laundry. They didn't have a laundry or running water. So you can't dig any of these things, ella imkain, unless you did the following. Unless you distance these things from the wall of your friend 3 tvachim. Bisad basid, you have to line it with plaster, and you have to line it and make sure that it's waterproof. So therefore, it has to be basically 3 tvachim from the wall of your neighbor's property, and it also has to be lined and plastered. Because otherwise, if you dig like this pool, this laundry pool, what's going to do is it's going to start seeping in, and it's going to cause his thing damage. Now, if you can't do it, and he can't do it, he has to have 3 tvachim and seed. So that makes sense, because then the distance between the two pools is going to be a total of 6 tvachim. So that's the distance for all of these water-based or depth-based trenches or pits or caves or what have you that you're digging. Similarly, marchikin et hagefet. Gefet, okay, is a receptacle for gefet is what's left when you press the olives. So they would leave them, and then so they would drip down, and they would store them for fertilizer, veta zebel, or fertilizer itself, veta melech, or salt, veta seed. Seed is lime, veta slaim, or slaim are rocks that they would gather. So you have to distance these things because lo shel chavero shloshat tfachim, from your friend's kotel, from friend's wall. So meaning, if you want to have like a depository in your property next to, at the edge of your property, for your manure depository, or gefet, you wanted to have a composting area, you have to have a distance from your friend's wall, shloshat tvachim, either 3 tvachim, visad basid. So here the Kahati says, in this case, okay, you have to do it's or, the Gemara says or sad basid, and that's what it means. In the Reisha you need both 3 tvachim plus. Here in the Seifa, shel chaviro shloshat tvachim, or the Gemara says, or you can line it with plaster. You can create a lining if you're digging a trench for that. Next case, marchikin et hazraim veta machresha vet me raglayim min hakotel shloshat tvachim. Again, you want to plant zraim, you want to plant next to his property, or machresha, you want to plow. Or me raglayim, me raglayim is urine. You want to urinate, I guess, right? Right? You have to have 3 distances, the distance of 3 tefachim from his wall, because all of these things cause damage. There's a hevel, there's a heat. They emanate. If you're planting or you're plowing or you're urinating next to the wall, so you don't want to cause damage to the wall. Ultimately, if you pee on his wall all the time, it'll ultimately hurt the wall. Okay, you have a rechaim. You must create a distance from the rechaim is the grindstone. So remember, the grindstone has two two pieces. You want to create like a grinder for your grain because that's ahead to produce bread. So shlosha min hashechev. Shechev is the lower part. So the lower part has to be 3 tefachim from the wall. Shem arba min rachev. So that's 4 tefachim because the top stone would sit on the lower stone. It was a tefach in, and then you would turn the stone. It would grind. Why? Because it causes vibrations, and the vibrations could be damaging to the wall. Similarly, ve'etat tanur, if you have an oven, shlosha min hakiliya. So it has to be 3 tefachim from the kiliyah, from the base, and the base was built from mud and from stones. That's what the Bartanura says. Kiliyah, basi shabonim mitit va'avanim. Okay, and it's wider. It's a little bit wider. So that's 3 tefachim from the kiliyah. Shein arba'a min hasafa. That's 4 tefachim from the lip, from the safa, from the top part, because the heat of the oven could cause damage, and they did all their cooking outside. So all these are halachot. The Mishnah says that a person has to be just the fact that it's in your property doesn't give you the right to do anything you want. You have to take care in order to make sure that even if you're acting in your property, you're not damaging the wall of your neighbor. We'll stop here. Have a great day.